Welcome back to the Better Brother podcast, everybody. Thank you for joining us on a off day. It's not a normal Wednesday that we're recording this episode, but we're here right now, and so is Jesse.
Tell us why we're not recording on the standard Wednesday. We're still going to release on the Wednesday, but tell us why we're not recording.
I said last episode, which people wouldn't have heard yet, but I'm going to Yellowknife. I'm taking a trip up north to Yellowknife on this coming Wednesday, the 30th of July.
Right on. So hopefully we don't have any stalkers yet. That actually they won't even know because this will be coming out
After.
So don't worry about it. Let's hope we do have stalkers.
I could probably go with a couple stalkers, actually. So the only thing that this is going to affect really is the voting of the episodes, because we would probably be better off allowing everybody to at least a week to vote.
It's not going to change anything.
What do you mean?
We have an episode in the bank that'll get released on Wednesday like normal, and then this episode will get released the following Wednesday. So we have two episodes.
Yeah.
So for example, this coming Wednesday we'll release episode 11, and then the following Wednesday we'll release this, which is episode 12. So oh, I see what you're saying. We won't be able to vote on 11 today. That makes sense. But we can do it. Okay. No, Sean was right in that instance.
So
I see what you're saying.
This is episode 12. Episode 11. Which one did we just post? 10?
We just posted 10, so we can go look preliminarily at 10
So
to see what's happening now.
That's what I meant. So 10, we haven't given enough time for people to be able to vote. Because most of the votes, I mean, a lot of votes come in right after, like the Thursday or Friday. But there's this few votes. So I think, so when we can even tally up the votes, like for episode 10 in 2 episodes, or we don't have to do it right away. We can do it later just because we're breaking the fourth wall, but just because we're not recording this episode as normal.
That's exactly correct. So I'm down for that, and I'm honestly, I told you otherwise. I don't like that we read all the comments, but I like that we vote. So we'll see what the fans are really down for.
I mean, when I am watching a live, mostly live, when I'm watching Twitch or I'm watching something like that, I like to know if I subscribe that they read out my name when I subscribe. And I know it's me and not everybody thinks the same way, but I like to think that a lot of people will be like, oh, cool, he mentioned me. It's like doing a shout out.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's actually, it's not a bad point. Maybe we don't have to do all of them, but we'll pick like one or two. But anyways, it's the format's fine. It's not like a hard and fast.
There's obviously some people won't care, and that's fine if their name is read out. But obviously, if ever we get to a point where we have like 50 votes, I'm not going to read. That'll start getting a little ridiculous. That'll take the whole episode. If we ever get that far.
If we ever get that far.
So, a couple things to mention. First, I have to give flowers where flowers are due. Jesse, Mr. Untechnological, was able to edit a video all on his own.
That's it.
I think it was the Family Feud question you did. Was it episode 10? So people, obviously, by the time they hear this, they would have heard it. But he edited it all by himself and was able to get it ready. So we're hoping that at some point we're going to start uploading him to Facebook, YouTube, and then we did create a TikTok account, the Better Brother Podcast, and I think I edited the name so there's no underscore. It's just no spaces, the Better Brother Podcast. So if people want to go and search, they can do that.
Great. It actually, so I don't know what you have planned today, but that subject of releasing footage is one of my topics for discussion. So I have a topic for discussion. Do you want me to run you through sort of what I have, itinerary, and then I don't know if you had time to prepare so much stuff.
I have plenty of stuff.
You have plenty of stuff?
Yep.
Okay. you want to know what I have on the agenda? We don't have to get to all of it, but
No, we'll just kind of go with the flow.
so you, okay.
I want to give a shout out because today I went to get my hair cut. So Jay's Barbershop in Bell's Corners. I've been going to Jay for, God, it's at least, how old am I? 40, almost 42. It's at least 15 years. Started at Bayshore when I worked at Bayshore, and then he opened his own shop. So I've been going to him exclusively, except for the little hiatus I took when I moved to Saskatchewan. But even when I was in Saskatchewan, I came back and would get my hair cut by Jay when I'd come home to visit over the holidays at Christmas, or I think I came back summer at one point. But shout out to Jay. It's a great freaking place. Love it. Good people. It's like a shoot the shit type place when you're there. He does a great job. Obviously, it's very simple to cut my hair. The problem is that up until recently, every time I would get my hair cut, a lot of the gray would go away. And now the gray isn't going away anymore. So big shout out to Jay, and big shout out to Nunna's Deli, which is right next to Jay's Barbershop. It's a nice sandwich place to get some awesome sandwiches, and I usually go there to eat when I go visit Jay. So 2 big shout outs.
What'd you get?
I get it's called the Spartacus. It's not on the menu, but it's it's chicken with donair meat, and then I put sweet sauce with lettuce and tomatoes on a bun.
That actually sounds really tasty, except for the donair meat. But I was licking someone's anus and they farted, and I called it farticus because I was kissing right at their butthole.
Okay, so I have a couple other stuff, but do you have any shout outs?
Yeah, shout myself out. I played golf this morning at Loch March, and I started off bogey, par, birdie, eagle. I was 2 under for a long time, finished 7 over for a 79. So I'm going to give myself a shout out, and my playing partners, Dylan and her father and her uncle. It was a lot of fun. I had 3 witnesses. What's that? Well, I was on hole number 4. I had just birdied hole number 3, and beauty drive off the right-hand side slightly in the rough, but it was laid up a little bit. I had 105 yards to the pin. I took my attack wedge, or my A wedge, which goes anywhere from 95 to like 115, depending on the day and the strike. And I hit a perfect shot. Everything was focused, head was down, and it landed short. I landed on the green and then rolled right into the cup. I saw it roll in, and so I got an eagle today.
Pat yourself on the back. Do it. Do it.
I pat myself on the back on the course, so It's over and done with. The high from that is since subsided slightly, so I give myself a shout out.
Cool. I think we can start with. I've got, what is this? So last episode, I asked you questions of, are you smarter than an 8th grader? So today, I'm going to a 6th grader. Now, I'm thinking, based on these questions, that you should be able to get them all right. I've read a few of them, and I don't know if I can get them all right. But
okay. Just before you start, if I get 3 of them correct in a row, would you call me Matthew McConaughey because I got them all right?
Nope, I wouldn't. Okay. Here's the first question. Now, they're multiple choice.
I have a question. How come you get to dictate the flow of the show, and when I wanted to talk about our agenda, you're just like, oh, we're just going to go with it, and then you jumped right into yours?
Because you asked me.
Just curious.
And I said no.
Okay, so you like to be in control.
I have to, but, sometimes I am. Somebody's got to do it.
Interesting. All right, please continue.
Okay, so multiple choice. What is the function of the nucleus? Does it A, controls and regulates the activities in a cell? B, it reproduces new cells? C, it protects other cells? Or D, none of the above?
I think it's D. None of the above.
That is incorrect. It controls and regulates the activities in a cell.
Nice.
Next question. Emma has 2 yard sticks.
Okay.
She also has a 12-inch ruler.
Okay.
She laid them end to end in a line.
Okay.
How many feet long is the line?
How many feet are in a yard? I'm gonna guess 5.
The answer is 7.
Hmm.
There's
Interesting.
3 feet in a yard and 1 foot in 12 inches.
Cool.
Which of the
it-
following? Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, is it American trivia? Because
It's,
they don't teach us about yards in Canadian
Yeah,
school.
I think it's North American. Yeah.
Well, North American's far different than just American, right?
Which
But
of
that's
the
fine.
following is not one of the Great Lakes? Alberta, Huron.
That one. Alberta.
Correct. This will probably tell you why it's American. Who was the 12th president of the United States?
J. Edgar Hoover. I
Was
have no
it
idea.
A, Barack
Oh,
Obama, B, George Washington, C, Abraham Lincoln, or D, Zachary Taylor?
I'm gonna guess Zachary Taylor.
That is correct. Boom.
Nice.
I'm not going to ask that question.
Nice.
Oh. In the northern hemisphere, in what month is the autumnal equinox? This is grade 6.
September.
That's correct. I didn't even give you the options. One more. The atmosphere of the Earth is divided into how many layers? A, 5. B, 4. C, 3. D, 6.
6.
It's 5. Very close.
Nice.
Very
Nice.
Yeah, there you go. I didn't even count. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 right. I think I asked 8 or 9.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's not bad. I think you did about the same with the ninth grader. So that's our 8th grader.
I'm curious to know how I'd do if you asked stuff that we actually learned in school from Canada, because you're taking me to a whole different curriculum. So it's a bit of a. I mean, maybe they're generic, but when they're U.S. focus, it's stuff that we wouldn't necessarily have learned at the Canadian curriculum.
It's a little more difficult with the American, like the president one, yeah, for sure. Equinox. I don't know if you would learn the autumnal equinox. I think you would have. I can't remember to save my life.
No.
All right, cool. All right, what do you got?
Cool. I have so much. I have spoken word poetry. I've got $15 to create your perfect Sunday. I've got Would You Rather. I've got some topics for discussion. I've got trivia, and I've got blind rank without knowing what comes next. So the ball is in your court. Which of those would you want to go with?
Blind rank.
Blind ranking?
Yes, sir.
So you are blind ranking the perfect or the ideal dinner meal food type thing. So I
Okay.
guess the perfect, like, what you want to have for dinner.
Okay.
Grilled cheese and tomato soup.
That was close. I almost went right off the hinge there. 4.
Speaking of off the hinge, are you on any of the dating apps?
I can't remember.
For our listeners? Oh, it's maybe shy. Okay, grilled cheese sandwich, tomato soup, number 4. Curry and rice.
5.
Lasagna with garlic bread.
2.
Sushi platter.
3.
And number 1, barbecue ribs and cornbread. Pretty good list, I think. So you went barbecue ribs, lasagna, sushi, grilled cheese, and then curry.
That would the grilled cheese could have been higher. I'm not a huge fan of tomato soup, and I really am not a fan of curry.
Yeah, I get the sense you don't have a cultivated or cultured palate. Like, do you have like a favorite meal that you would just like? Is it be pizza or steak or something, or like what's your ideal? You know, you're rich as fuck and you can have whatever you want all the time.
Probably be a steak or a pasta. Maybe a good
to know.
Steak or pasta. If I had to pick one, I can't remember what I said. That question that Ryan asked us about your last meal.
Yeah, you said none is yucky.
I did. Yeah, so probably be pasta, and then steak would be second.
Oh, very cool.
Yep.
Very cool. I'm gonna take you right into, and this will be perfect for clips, is because then we'll have I can put the orders on the screen. So you have $15 to create your perfect Sunday. All right, so $15 so there's gonna be 4 categories. $15 to spend to create your perfect Sunday.
Like the date or like ice cream?
No, like after Saturday then becomes Sunday.
You could tell Jesse got excited because he moved closer to the camera.
No, I moved closer so I could read what I wrote. Oh. And you could tell Sean's seems to be in a grumpy mood, but it's going to be worse when we talk about our topic. All right. So, $15 to spend to create your perfect Sunday. First, you get your morning activity. For $1, you wake up hungover. For $2, 5:45 a.m. workout. For $3, you get to wake up and watch golf. For $4, you wake up late with a nice brunch. And $5, you wake up after a great night of sex with a hot coffee.
$2.
$2 for the 5:45 a.m. workout?
Yeah.
Okay, $2 5:45 a.m. workout. Item 2, who you get to spend your day with. For $1, Oscar the Grouch. For $2, a squirrel follows you around all day. For $3, your younger brother Tyler. $4, a friend of your choice. $5, Jennifer Love Hewitt.
$1.
$1? Oh, you're not taking this seriously.
Oscar the Grouch.
All right, so Sean's in a bit of a mood. This is going to be fun for everyone. Oscar the Grouch. All right. What the hell is next? Round 3, you get your activity for the day. For $1, you stay home and clean. $2, you go to the splash park with the nieces. $3, you go to the movies. $4, you go to a sporting event of your choice. $5, you get Monday off as well.
Let's do $5.
$5 Monday off.
It's four categories, right?
This is the last category, so you've spent so far $8, so you can go anywhere you want on this one. Round 4, you get your meals for the day. So for $1, all day you're only eating hot dogs. $2, you're only eating vegetables. $3, pasta with white sauce. $4 pizza, and $5 buffet style. You can choose whatever you like.
$5.
$5, baby. So that's, and you have money to spare. You probably could have taken something else at another spot. Great job. $5 for the buffet.
So let me ask you a question. When you mentioned that I'm not giving a shit about this, don't you think it was a good strategy to have the last 2 as $5, the Monday off, and whatever I wanted to eat?
But you didn't know what was coming next, so it just, to me, your attitude
played this game before, dipped, and I knew what was coming.
Hey, it's your life. It's your $15. You spend it however you want.
It's your assumption that was wrong. All right. I'm gonna go. Just some general questions for Jesse.
All right.
If you could have any kind of car, what kind of car would you have? Money is not an issue.
Money is not an issue. So for those listeners, I am not a car guy, so I don't know. I would probably want something spacious and practical and big. So probably maybe like a it's like a Lincoln Aviator type thing. I don't like Lincoln though, so I would have to pick something new. I do like the Santa Fe. I kind of like the Range Rover. So for the sake of time, I really like the Infiniti FX series. So I would say some sort of SUV similar to the FX45, but the new version.
Okay. What and where is your ideal vacation? Where do you go?
How long is the vacation?
7 days.
For 7 days, I'm probably going to Andy and Patty's cottage up in Moss Rock. Shout out Andy and Patty. Had them over for dinner last night. They're a lovely couple. And just vibing by the cottage, probably on the dock. Someplace with warm, like a hot summery cottage type spot, probably.
Okay. Shoes or sandals?
Shoes.
How tall are you?
6'2", without the hunch.
Who is the smartest person you know?
I would probably be my father-in-law.
Okay. How fast do you think you can throw a baseball in miles per hour?
Now?
Yeah.
I'd be lucky to break 70.
70. How fast was the fastest you've thrown? Do you remember?
Like 79 as like a 12-year-old, but we never got clocked. We got clocked once at like a game or like, you know, the fairs that do that
Yeah.
shit.
If you were a professional baseball player,
Yes.
which position would you like to play?
Pitcher.
Okay. Growing up, you played center football?
I was a football player. I played center for a lot of my career.
Center. If you had to pick a different position, which one would it be?
Tight end.
Tight end. Interesting.
Throw me the ball and watch what I do with it.
That's all I got for rapid fire. That was actually rapid. A lot better than last time.
Great rapid fire. There was no opportunity to provide you with experlatives. Is that the thing?
Yeah.
I
I've learned.
can't remember if that's the word or not.
I've learned.
All right. Let's keep this show moving here. So, would you rather? You want to do some would you rather?
Yep.
All right. Would you rather be able to read minds, but only during elevator rides, or be invisible, but only while humming Eye of the Tiger out loud?
First one. Elevator.
Read minds in the elevator.
Yeah.
Would you rather live 1 year as a chipmunk with your current brain, so the chipmunk is controlling you, or be a human forever, but every squirrel hates you and chases you relentlessly?
First one.
Would you rather have to eat only extremely spicy foods for the next 5 years, or have your favorite meal, but only once every 6 months?
Favorite meal. Spicy foods.
Yeah, that one's...
Spicy foods would murder me.
Okay, thanks for the extra words there. I didn't think we were doing that this episode.
Yeah.
How do you
Just
feel
giving
about it?
some
How do you
context.
feel about giving context?
I gave like a 2-second context. It was good. I added some good, some positive reinforcement
to yourself.
Yeah.
Good. And last one for the would you rather: relive the most awkward moment of your life every Sunday at 3 p.m., or would you rather forget your most cherished memory forever? And we all know that's milk right from the source.
I don't even know if I have. I'll go cherished memory.
You'd forget your most cherished memory?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for participating.
Yeah. Thank you for being you. Okay, I'm going to end with those. So this is just a top 5, but not blind. So last episode, you were able to give me the smallest country in the world.
Vatican City.
What are the next 4 smallest countries in the world?
How the fuck do I know that?
You knew Vatican City pretty quick.
I have no idea.
Okay, we'll skip that then. I've got a blind ranking. Which one? Blind ranking things to take camping. Top 5 things to take camping. Bug spray.
2.
Sunscreen.
5.
Beer.
2.5. 3. I'll put that as 3.
A pillow.
4.
And the number 1 thing to take camping is a football.
Perfect list.
Football, bug spray, beer, pillow, sunscreen.
Perfect list.
All right, you're up. What do you got?
I'm gonna take you to our topics of discussion here.
Okay.
And this is gonna help me understand you better and let our listeners maybe get an insight to how your mind thinks a little bit. So, it's kind of a two-parter here. So, what do you think the value of movie trailers are leading into a movie? For example, Happy Gilmore 2 just was released on Netflix a couple weeks and months. You know how they do the press release and then they kind of release a little clips or little teasers. What do you think the value of that is? And there's no right or wrong answer, though. It's just topics of discussion.
I don't think there's much value. I think, for that movie, I mean, just in general, for trailers, I mean, as long as they have kind of like if they have like an entrance theme or like the poster, for example, like the picture with the name of the movie and who's in it, kind of depicting, hey, it's got explosions in the background, so it's going to be an action movie, or it's got like a killer in the background, like it's a horror. I think that's more valuable than a trailer. I mean, the problem with trailers too is that there's so many times, and I watched a lot of movies obviously in my life. I used to own a lot of movies in my life. There's so many times that the trailer gives away the movie. Like all the good parts are in the trailer.
Like in what sense? Like what's like, I know like in Tom Cruise, for example, they show like him flying on the helicopter, like they're showing you a cool scene, but how does that give away the movie?
It doesn't give away the movie specifically, but a lot of the trailers, and I've noticed this for a lot of movies, all the best parts are in the trailer. So it doesn't leave a lot for people to kind of be excited about it. That's how I feel about the trailer. And if they do it properly, then yeah, it could be okay. But a lot of the times, especially like in a comedy, for example, the funniest jokes are in the trailer. And then you watch the rest of the movie and you're like, oh, well, the rest of it wasn't that funny.
Have you been to the movies recently? What was the last movie you've seen in theaters?
I think it might have been the new Top Gun.
Oh, like from a couple years ago?
Yeah.
And
well, wait,
how did you hear about that movie?
just social media.
Just social media just put a poster and you're like, yep, I'm going to see it? Or were you enticed somehow by looking at some of the cool fighting scenes?
No, I just knew, like, when they start announcing movies, they say, oh, this movie's coming out with this person and this person, and that's how I hear about it. Some movies I hear about if I watch the Oscars. If I ever
You watched the Oscars?
I have before. But,
okay.
I think I just heard about it because, I mean, when they remake a movie, and best example you gave was Happy Gilmore 2.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of the trailers, but I'm pumped to see it because I know it's coming out.
It came out yesterday.
Yeah, on Netflix. Yeah.
On Netflix. Interesting. See, I have a different school of thought on that because for me, especially if you don't know any of the actors or if it's a relatively unknown movie, like for example, the movie Knives Out with, I want to say Ed Norton is in there and a couple other people. I had no idea what Knives Out was. I think it was based on Agatha Christie. And so a movie like that with no prior context, to me, is like you need to see the trailers to get you excited. Like, oh, this looks like it's a mystery, or this looks like it's got some comedy, or this looks like it's got some suspense or drama. So it sort of wets the beak a little bit for me so that it excites me to go see the movie. As where if you're just looking at a poster, for me, it's like, well, it just gives me the title and the actor. But if you don't even know the actor, how do you think, like, don't you think that'd be a little short-sighted from the movie productions company to like maximize their viewership?
I think another big aspect is the word of mouth aspect. Because nowadays a lot of people talk about, post it on Reddit or Twitter, Facebook, and they'll talk about, and I like to ask people what their opinion is on movies if I've heard about it. I mean, if I haven't heard about it, and plus, especially when if you get onto Netflix or you get onto Amazon, you can scroll through the new released movies and you see the picture of the poster of the movie with the name. You're like, oh, that looks interesting. And then in order to learn about it, I read the caption.
Okay.
That tells me kind of what the movie is about.
It's interesting you say that, because for mine, whether it's Netflix or Amazon or whatever we use, when I hover over a show, it immediately starts taking me through clips of that show, showing me the trailer. Does that not, yours doesn't do that?
No.
Oh, I'd be curious to see that in real life, because if I stop on something as I'm reading the title or whatever it is like if you move your cursor to it or whatever you're using, it automatically starts the clips for me, the trailers. I like, the movie theaters, they always have, before the movie comes on, they're always showing clips and I don't know if it's teasers or whatever, but trailers for other movies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like a tried and tested operating model to entice viewers to get excited about a movie that's coming out. Like the Mortal Kombat is coming out again. I know it's a re-release, but have you seen any of the clips or trailers for that?
No. I think I've seen the poster. It looks okay, but I know the movie.
Where would you have seen the poster?
A picture somewhere online, or like some of those
pictures somewhere online,
like those ads or something on your web browser that pop up. Even like, and the thing is too, is in a movie theater, you have no choice but to watch the trailer, unfortunately. But
that's not true.
Well, you can show up later. But for me, whenever I'm watching a movie or something on, again, one of the streaming services, I always hit skip. I always skip it. The trailer.
You skip it and go right to the movie.
Yeah.
A movie that you just picked randomly based on the poster.
That I've picked randomly, that I've heard about, that people told me about, yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And Sean knows why I'm bringing up this topic, because we've started to try and cut clips up of previous episodes to put them on TikTok or YouTube Shorts to make them more digestible. And I am of the mindset, for the upcoming episodes, I believe we should be taking some clips and posting them ahead of time so people get a sneak peek of what we're going to talk about. Sean, you have a different opinion, which is?
I can't remember.
What do you mean you can't remember? We talked about it through text yesterday.
So
we were literally talking about it yesterday.
This topic you just brought up had an ulterior motive?
It's called a lead-in, or it's a bit of a teaser for the actual topic.
What else do you got? You got any more questions?
You know what? You don't want to talk about that?
Oh, we don't have to.
Okay, then one more question relating to, not the give a shit factor, but about our podcast. So we both agree that organic banter, we like doing it and we think it adds value. Do you ever foresee an issue with pre-planning and discussing content ahead of time? So review some subject matters or come up with sort of a strategy, or I'll use the word operating model again. So it's like, start the show off with a what's up, a shout out, and some organic banter. And then we plan the type of sequences ahead of time. And I'm just wondering whether you're for or against that sort of thing and why.
Now we're really breaking down the fourth wall. I mean, I'd rather, and see, this is the difficult part, because you and I think I've said this in a previous podcast, is you and I don't really ever just call and chat with each other or get together and chat, right? If we get together, there's a purpose. Either we're going to our parents' house for dinner, or we're going golfing, or there's a purpose. So the tough part about this podcast is, you know, we're brothers, but the conversation doesn't flow until we start bringing up our own topics. And if I bring up a topic that you're not overly interested in, then I'll talk about it for a bit and then we move on, or vice versa, which is fine. But when it comes to these shows, it's, you know, I like the more organic because it's more of a surprise for us as well. So if you bring something up or ask a question, I don't know what's coming, and neither do you. And I think that is the element of surprise that is going to make us a little more unique. And then the banter sometimes goes back and forth if it works. If it doesn't work, then there's no banter. And then there could also be some sort of confrontation or, you know, something like that could occur as well.
Okay, so but again, to the point about pre-planning some of the segments. So like if segment 1 is organic banter and chit chat and we don't know what we're going to say, and that could be like a part of the show. And then you and I at least have a framework of like, okay, that'll be 15 or 20 minutes. Just we don't need to track it with a timer. And then we'll move into trivia, and then we'll move into would you rathers, and then we'll move in. So do you know what? So there's a little more structure to the show, so it's a little more engaging on both of our parts, and then there's more of a fluidity to it as opposed to some of the rigid, hey, okay, I went, you went, now freestyle, which still could be appealing, but I was trying to maximize the engagement factor and wouldn't be opposed to more of a framework, but still with some organic, not knowing. Do you know what I mean? How do you feel about that?
I think the organic, like I like to think that I can think pretty quickly on my feet, and I can come up with topic of conversations that I need to fill space or to fill air. So
yeah, but I don't want to fill space and fill air. I want it to be like as strong off the bat as we can be. Like air fillers is fine if something goes askew, but if we're just, there's a difference, I think, between filling dead air and coming with a plan of attack for aiming for a home run. Do you know what I mean? I think we leave a lot out there if we freestyle too much. That's just my opinion. This is just an opinion section. There's no right or wrong thing. I'm just expressing myself.
I know
to
you said that.
Okay.
I think it's just eventually the more and more we do this, the more we're going to fall into our groove of, you know, what's coming up and what's not coming up and how we like to each other do our thing, right? So I think that, again, the word organic, which I use quite a bit, not in when it comes to eating, but is more unique than anything else. And all the other podcasts out there,
right?
They now currently, you know, the bigger ones have their set, you know, their schedule,
their framework of the thing. And these are the ones that are successful and big, is what you're saying.
Yeah, but they didn't. I don't think they got like that until they got successful and big.
You don't think that they had a framework for success, or sort of like a bit of a loose script to follow, not in terms of words, but in terms of activities and what comes next within the show?
Not all the time, no.
Not all the time. You don't have an example of one that I could check out after and see what you mean?
I can't remember specifically which ones, but there were some that don't. No.
Okay, well, so rather than having people vote for me on the next one, I'm going to have them vote for if they want a structure or a freestyle. Would you be open to see what the feedback is?
No, not really. I mean, they can comment if they want.
So you don't care what the people have to say?
I mean, I'd be curious to hear their input, but, you know, the same thing that I tell a lot of other people, like if I'm coaching hockey, I'll tell, you know, I'll say, hey, if you've got a suggestion, by all means, bring me suggestions, but don't be offended if I don't use your suggestion.
Right. So how would you and I work out a difference as 50-50 owners if I want to go one way and you want to go another? What do you think is a compromise or a way we could come to some common ground?
I think you do what you want to do, and I'll do what I want to do.
So not a partnership at all, just more of individualities.
Well, because you have your ideas and I have mine, and we don't agree with each other's ideas, and that's
all
fine.
the time. But we've also never sat down and had an actual business discussion or a sit down on what we think will be best moving forward. Like we have some text here and there about what we want, but would it not make for a more I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but a little like to seem a little more prepared with some off the cuff aspects? Don't you think that would add a lot of value so people understand the flow and the structure?
I think the controlled chaos of it all is what people tend to like. Some people do and some people don't. It's going to be, you're not going to make everybody happy.
No, of course not. And we're still in the experimental phase, and so it's like we still have opportunities to try new things. What part of this do you think is controlled, and what part do you think this is chaos?
Well, it's controlled in the fact that normally we sit down on the same day and the same evening. We record the show at the same time as much as possible. The recording of, me getting the program running properly, so your video's recording, your voice, mine too. The specific program, the settings in Discord, it's all controlled. The fact that we're going to do trivia and the fact that we're going to ask each other questions is controlled. And then the
timing of it isn't, though.
That doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be.
No.
Of course.
And I think this is episode 12. I think it's worked pretty well so far.
Definitely think we're off to a good start. I think as we continue to get more comfortable, I think an element of structure would add a lot of value. Still not knowing what the questions are, but just knowing roughly when and what would follow. Like I notice a lot of, I watch Your Mom's House podcast and I watch Bad Friends podcast and I listen to the Smart List podcast, and they always seem to follow a loose framework that the listener's like, oh yeah, this is coming next. So Your Mom's House opens with clips, and then they'll make fun of the clips, and then they'll move to the next segment and move to the next segment. But they both know what's coming ahead of time. Not necessarily the material, but they both know what section of the show comes next. So it brings a cohesiveness together. Anyways, that's sort of where my head's at least today.
If let's say, for example, you're watching whichever podcast you mentioned, Bad Friends or whatever.
Yeah.
And the segments that they have, right?
Right.
The first segment, they're going to watch clips. Second segment, They're going to have a guest. Third segment, they're going to have whatever. And they're doing that all the time.
Okay.
It's the same type of example you gave about a trailer at the movie theater.
Right.
If I don't want to see them watch clips,
okay,
I'm going to skip that part.
Great.
Because I know when the guest is coming on.
Right.
So for that show or whichever show, instead of getting a viewership of 45 minutes, their viewership is 7 minutes.
But you just said you don't want to watch the first part, so you're not going to watch that part anyways.
But if you know when the part's coming, it'll allow you to skip it. If you don't know when things are going to happen, you have to listen to the whole thing until it happens.
Or you don't listen at all because you don't know when it's coming.
Yeah.
So like if I'm of the mind that I'd rather have someone watch for 6 minutes than 0 minutes. What do you think about that?
I think the people that want to listen to us will listen to us, and the people that don't want to listen to us won't.
100%. And those people that don't want to listen to us, in my mind, smaller clips to tease them into getting there, or for nothing else, at least to watch those clips. And we put them into bite-sized clips. Like, to be honest, listening to me and you talk for 60 minutes, for some people, not that entertaining, but listening to a segment of 30 seconds or 45 seconds where we've hit a highlight, like there's been, I think an instance in each episode where there's been something great that we could pull out of it. I mean, I've enjoyed it all. Don't get me wrong, but in terms of like bite-size, appetizing content, I definitely think we could find a 15 or 30-second something in each episode. As where people are listening for 60 minutes, that's a big ask. And by the way, who's got 60 minutes of free time in their day to listen?
People
is
that
the other
drive,
thing.
morning traffic.
Sure, people. But we're in morning traffic. We're competing with the radio. We're competing with their own music, Spotify.
So
That's a lot to compete with.
You're mentioning. Are you under the assumption that I don't want us to post clips?
I'm talking about clips of the episode that hasn't been released.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. No, yeah, we'll post clips of stuff that's happened in the.
But they've already listened to the show under your argument.
Yes, but it's the people that haven't listened to the show that we're trying to attract as well.
I totally agree. Bite-sized clips of previous shows would add a lot of value. There's no doubt. I'm 100% for that.
If we were going to post clips of episodes before they come out, there wouldn't really be a point of saying, okay, the next episode is going to be uploaded Wednesday night. It wouldn't make a point into having a consistent day that we upload the clips.
I totally disagree. I like having a schedule to release the clips. I'm just saying, hey, this episode, here's a clip of something exciting that happened, and maybe we don't give them the answer right away. Maybe we leave them on a cliffhanger type of thing. So as we get better at editing and figuring out how we want to put that out there, it's like, oh shit, they left us with a little bit more. They left us wanting a little bit. Oh, they left us wanting a little bit more. I better go tune in on Wednesday. Just a thought.
It's a good thought. You know,
it's a great thought.
It's a good thought. I don't mind that. It's a good thought.
Yeah, we could also do some research as well in our own time to find out successful strategies that others have enlisted. Like and I haven't done this yet either. We could, I mean, I was going to say Google or Copilot, or put it into some sort of software engine to help figure out what other successful people have done in the past. And, you know, we could take advantage of the AI to see what gets the largest view share.
You could.
As an option.
I like to use my experience in marketing that I've learned and went to school for.
Right. And are you in that field currently? Did that lead to a job?
No, but I did it for a bunch of years, yeah.
I also, Sean, guess what? Went to business marketing.
Yeah.
Graduated.
A+.
It's
weird that you're coming up with this stuff.
Cool.
Okay,
that was great.
We'll
you seem, anyways, that's fine.
I've
got trivia. I'm going to say hard done by, but what's
again?
Okay, I've got my spoken word poetry, and I've got a little trivia for you. Trivia is super easy. I think I said make it for a 10-year-old, so okay. I'm hoping that you could get it.
Do your spoken word. Go ahead.
Spoken word. Time to look the devil in the eye. Watch time stand still. Okay, how do I want to say this? Time to look the devil in the eye. Watch time stand still. I fly by high, surrounded by a force field. The Lord's shield. Sword John. No yield. Enter the battlefield. Now we win. Oh, now we in the Joker's domain. No fair game. Testament to the Lord, but there's no Wayne. We about to light up the sky like Bruce Wayne. Justice warriors. Ultimate foragers who disperse foreigners. Just came up with that before we started. In my mind, I was picturing like a battle of an angel versus the devil, and then they're on the battlefield. And when I say disperse foreigners, I mean because the devils have invaded the angels' territory, and so you've got your sword drawn, and you're trying to disperse the foreigners. I don't mean disperse foreigners of citizens of the world. That's not what I mean. I'm talking about in my mind's eye when I was envisioning this battle scene. It was kind of like an angels versus devils sort of situation.
Do you have more?
That's the spoken word that I've prepared. I literally wrote it in about 30 seconds beforehand, so I didn't get a chance to rehearse it, so I wasn't sure how the tempo went. But
all right, I've got. I'm curious. I want to do a Mount Rushmore.
Okay, time check, and then do you want me to do my trivia after, or do you want to? Because you said you wanted to end on your shit, so I'm happy to do that as well. If you want me to run through my trivia quickly, it's only 4 questions.
I said I had to end them. I don't think I remember that. We can rewatch it. It's not even been an hour. It's been 50 minutes.
Great, we got lots of time.
Spent a lot of time talking about your ideas.
Well, no problem, because we didn't have a framework, and so
Yeah.
how would you know that we wanted to do that for that long? We didn't know.
I just said that you spent
So-
a lot of time. So it didn't kill a lot of time. It spent a lot of time, which is good, I think.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, Mount Rushmore. Give me your.
Oopsies. Good thing I was wearing clothes.
Those shorts
Yeah.
are almost skin color.
Have you seen those things where it's like on a not an OnlyFans thing, but the girl's like talking and then she slips it into the cross by accident? That's what that was, by accident. You have to edit that part out.
See, that is something that you couldn't plan for.
Go ahead.
Okay. Actually, you know what? Let's do top 5 blind ranking survival items.
Oh, and this is zombie apocalypse, or this is like current state, you're on a desert island, or like what's the scenario?
Let's go with just kind of lost in the woods.
Mentally or physically?
Metaphorically.
Metaphorically lost in the woods.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Here I am.
A lighter.
1.
Number 1. Water.
2.
A Swiss Army knife.
4.
A compass.
3.
And a rope is 5.
A rope. This is a perfect list.
Lighter, really? Lighter? Why would lighter be 1?
So if I'm lost in the woods, a lighter would start fire.
Okay.
I could make food.
Lighter, water, compass.
Yep.
Swiss Army knife, rope.
Yeah, compass. I can get myself out of there if it's working. If it's a functional compass.
I thought about that because if you have a compass, are you really lost? I guess if you don't know what is north and what is south, where anything is, yeah, I guess it could work.
Rise in the east, sets in the west.
So the sun is your compass, or the moon. All right, that's all I got.
You didn't have nothing else?
Nope.
All right, we'll do this trivia, and then we'll do our word game, and then we'll get the fuck out of notepad. Okay. All right. Shawnee, Wani, Patani. 4 questions, not 5 this time.
Okay.
Again,
You're a little closer
I
to the
said,
camera.
is that better?
That's gross.
Is that better?
It's really gross.
What did I do? I said questions that a 10-year-old should be able to get, so I'm hoping you get them all wrong.
Okay.
What fruit is famous for having its seeds on the outside?
Oh, man. A strawberry.
Oh, shit.
Man.
Strawberry.
Wait till you get your webcam.
I know. I'm getting. Oh, by the way, we're golfing tomorrow, 8 a.m. Don't be late.
I am never late.
I'll be there right on time. By the way, I'll see if I could use Ryan's name for you, and you might not have to pay. If he's not golfing tomorrow, I'll sub your name for his, and so I'll just check you in when I get there as well. Oh yeah, Ryan's here. He's on the tee deck, and you don't have to pay. So
So
I'll
when
stay
I
tuned
get
for
there,
that.
don't go to the clubhouse.
Let me confirm.
Okay.
What is the fastest animal in the world?
Fish.
No, I'm laughing at the way you said fish.
Fish.
That's all.
A jantelope. Jessalope dewardialope. You're the fastest animal.
No, I'll give you a hint. It flies.
A bird.
Thank you, dummy.
Oh.
But specific,
An eagle.
it is a peregrine falcon, the fastest animal in the world.
Falcon. Eagle. Falcon. Yeah.
Oh, I got an eagle today.
I heard.
Okay, you are 50%.
Yep.
Which planet is closest to the sun?
Mars.
No, closest to the sun.
It's not Mars? Neptune? No, that's even further. Really?
Do you think you can name all planets? It's not part of the trivia. I'm just wondering if you think you can.
Isn't the sun?
No, it is. Oh, it's one of your favorite Sailor Moons.
Uranus?
No, not my favorite Sailor
Oh.
Moon. Your favorite Sailor Moon.
Why do I thought Saturn and Jupiter were on the other side of us.
Yeah, you're missing. You're missing one, a small one.
Which is fucking Mars. Neptune's not a planet anymore.
No, Neptune is a planet.
Oh, Pluto was the one. Pluto. Is it Neptune? No.
Pluto's not a planet
That's
anymore.
the one.
Neptune is the farthest. It's Neptune, Uranus, I think, or Uranus, Neptune. Can't remember. No,
Uranus.
Mercury.
Oh,
Mercury.
fuck! I did not even think of that one. I wasn't trying to be a dick there. I
Oh, I know,
thought
you
it was Mars. Mercury.
So you, all right, 1 for 3. And
Mercury is not a Sailor Moon character, is she?
Sailor Mercury, Sailor
Oh, it
Mars,
is
Sailor
Mercury.
Jupiter.
I'm glad you know that.
So again, these are questions a Canadian 10-year-old should be able to get.
Okay.
Okay, Sean, in the movie Finding Nemo,
Yeah.
what type of fish is Nemo?
Clownfish.
Clownfish. All right, 50%. That's a pass in Canadian standards.
And clownfish. I had to think about that for a second.
I know. I'm glad you did. So this is what I've had today, and I don't have any other topics, so we can do our guess the word, or unless there's something else you want to say.
Nope, I got nothing.
Yeah, you got nothing. Is you nothing. All right. Let me
of a
think.
word here.
Let me think here of a word. Let me think of a word.
Okay,
I'm
go
thinking of a
on.
word. I'm thinking of a word. I got one too. Oh, and for the viewers out there, I want you to keep track in the comments of how many times Sean cleared his throat today. I had him at 5, but it.
But I
could be
kept
less.
turning.
Oh, that doesn't matter. You kept turning.
I didn't do it
Do
right into the
everything
microphone.
turns. Are you ready?
Yep.
You count us down.
You count. You start. You always start.
I'm gonna count us down.
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Apple.
Window. Oh, easy.
Oh, Apple window. Okay, wait though. All right, ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Computer.
I mean,
Boom. That's easy. That's easy. Apple
mean,
window, baby.
that was.
I thought you were gonna say Microsoft for a second, but I
No.
went computer.
I was gonna say laptop, but
Oh, I'm glad you said
because
computer.
doesn't Dylan have a MacBook? Yes, hers is a Mac,
don't know.
right? I think it's a Mac.
Let's stop asking such personal questions about my wife.
Okay.
All right, that was a lot of fun for me.
So thank you everybody so far for voting. It's unbelievable the amount of people that have subscribed to our YouTube and followed us on Facebook. I think we lost a Facebook follower probably because of you.
I hope so.
But we're over 40 on YouTube, and I continuously talk to people about this, and random people start bringing it up to me as well. So I think that's pretty damn cool. And I will have, unless we record another episode before I leave, I will have a new webcam, so you'll be able to see me in 4K HD. And Jesse will actually have a webcam, because he's going to take the one that I'm using currently right now and not have to use his cell phone.
Yeah.
And
that's it.
And so thanks everybody for subscribing, liking.
Did you do a quick tab on episode 10, by the way, so far?
No.
There's 8 comments, and they all voted for me, so I'm up 8-0 right now.
But, oh wait, I lied. Didn't one of them just say Jesse?
Yeah.
Oh. Didn't say, vote for Jesse. Just said Jesse.
No, but Dylan thinks you're very annoying when you're petty like that. Just accept it as a vote for me. Grow up a little bit. You're 42 almost.
I appreciate that, Dylan, but, we have to be official.
Bye, everyone. Happy week. Hope you're having a great week.
Peace
Bye.
out.